You scored the first shootout winner in NHL history against Toronto on that opening night. So they take your stick kind of to the Hall of Fame. But I went to that display in the Hall of Fame. It doesn't say Alfredsson on the stick. Why does it say Brian Pothier?
Okay, yeah. So we used the same pattern. I don't know why I used that stick, by the way. The lie is too low, the curve is weird. But I liked it for a few years, and we used the same pattern. So I don't know if I ran out or what it was, but I didn't know that. That's how it's. Yeah, it's Brian's stick, but I stole it.
Yeah, it's in the Hall of Fame. You didn't know it was Brian Pothier's stick. That's too funny. Okay. Yeah. The other one obviously gets all the attention. You made Chris Kelly more famous for his skates, I think, than perhaps his play in Ottawa.
That's right.
How many skates, do you know how many skates you went through that year to try and fix, which was, I believe, a back issue, correct?
Well, it wasn't a back. It was a balance issue, which probably caused my back to act up. But I think it's the year before. It started when, the skates went from leather more to composite materials. And I used to tie my skates really hard, the old leather ones. I liked the tight feel, so I could, felt like I could maneuver really quickly, turn and, get away from the corners and stuff like that. And then the new skates came out, and I could not get used to them. So I really struggled. So you tie the composite materials really tight, especially after you warm them up in the oven a bit. They break down. So I went from going through one and a half pairs of skates the year before to 26 pairs the next year when they had the new materials. And it was a pain in the butt, to be honest. Like I would have new skates out of the box for the second period. And, because the other ones just broke down. So it was a big struggle and it wasn't fun. I felt like somebody could just push me a little bit and I would fall down on that. So I had no balance. And it was a struggle.
Career, right? It almost ended your career, or you thought about it?
I thought about quitting. There's no question. I was so bad, so it wasn't fun. but I couldn't do the things I, normally can, and especially if you feel good physically, and you still can't. It's so frustrating. And anyway, we get to, I think we were in Nashville, and I was coming back from injury. And walking around the locker room, I think only the injured guys were skating. So I walked around the locker room and I tried on, looked at the skates, like I got to do something. So Kelly had same size as me kind of. And so I took his skates, and usually I never did the top eyelet. And, for changing things up, I decided to do it, went on the ice, and we got bag skated hard. And I was so happy though, because I felt I had balance again, and that was a huge change for me. So unfortunately for Chris, he had to, I couldn't wear his new ones, but once they were broken down, I was like, can you take these for a couple of weeks and then give them to me? And he was kind enough to do that a few times.